I've been wanting to record this episode from the beginning, as soon as I started this podcast, but I've decided to wait for just a rainy day or just for a wish that no matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. And that wish is coming true today because we're talking about our favorite Disney animated films theme music.
Two sides of the same coin.
That podcast is weird.
Hello and welcome to Two Sides of the Same Coin. I am your loony host, the host who cannot get his words out in one clear, concise sentence, Noah. And this is the podcast where two or more nerds talk about media. Yes, I said two or more because we don't just have one special guest. We have two special guests. And these people have brought such joy to my life. They make me laugh. They make me cry. They move me, Bob. They are wonderful content creators, both in a band and on a podcast. And they host my favorite podcast. I give you Zach and Hannah of Godfellas.
Oh, wow.
I know. What an introduction.
I felt like Zach always gives such amazing introductions. I felt like I had to compete with that.
I was talking about your intros the other day. Actually, we were recording an episode, and I was like, I had never gotten the treatment until being on your show, and I was like, ooh, this is lovely. Ooh.
Oh yeah. It's weird when you're on the other end of things.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about our favorite Disney animated films. Zach and Hannah, why don't you give me your brief history with Disney? I mean, I know already that you both love it, and you currently have 3 episodes on your podcast about Disney. Well, 2 about Disney films, and I guess
and small one. That's right.
And small one's
yeah.
Technically a short with the episode that I did.
It might be 4 before the year is over. Honestly,
yeah,
it really might be.
I mean, those are the first movies I remember watching. So lots of love for Disney, lots of nostalgia. We went to Disney World for our honeymoon, so I mean, we just absolutely love Disney. Yeah, big fans.
Yeah, I have 3 older sisters, and they were all born quite a few years ahead of me. So I just kind of was indoctrinated into their Disney love, but it's okay because I also loved it.
Yeah. For me, there's like 3 or 4 things that I was mainly allowed to watch. It was like whatever we found in the church library, PBS Kids.
Oh yeah.
And most Disney films. And that was pretty much it, except for some Saturday morning cartoons. But no, yeah, I love Disney, and this list I thought was gonna be easy. I don't know about you guys, but for me it was hard. It was like my nostalgia fighting like what I actually like.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it was like, okay, I really like this, but it's like I'm more nostalgic for this, and I had to kind of go with like what both aligned. I like, okay, I really like this, but I'm also nostalgic for that one.
Yeah, me, it was like, what is, because there were a few that, like, if it were just for nostalgia, would have made my list, but it was kind of like, what do I want to watch right now? What's going to excite me right now? But then also, like, the nostalgia did play a factor, so it's like, a lot of it is what has held up. And because on the one hand, there are some movies that as a kid I wasn't really into, and now I love them, and there's some that, vice versa. So this was a very hard list to make. I had to make it fast because I was like, if I think about it too much, I'm going to be toast.
Yeah, I found it was particularly easy to do 1 through 4, and then extremely difficult to do 5 through 10. And because it was just hard to rank those and pick like which ones I wanted for sure to make the list, but maybe not the top of the list.
Yeah, usually the top like 3 or 5 are usually the easiest. Like, and it's not just this list. It's like I've done a bunch. I mean, I've done a bunch of lists by now, and usually like your top ones are easy, but it's when you get to like, okay, what don't I like as much but still enjoy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But so since you guys are the guests, I will let you go first.
Ooh.
So you can decide which one of you would like to go first.
I would say I've been on your show before, so I'm sure your audience is like, oh, him again? But
okay.
Ladies first, I would say.
Zach, it's so as of today, as of we're recording it, you are on the most played episode on this podcast.
Did you hear that movie, Ben? You hear that?
The movie. I mean, it's the movie room, and sadly,
That's right. I'm sorry, movie room. I said your name.
Wow,
sadly,
Zach.
I don't think he'll care because I don't know if he's going to actually upload this episode or not. But it's as far as I know, don't quote me on this, the movie room might be finished.
Oh man,
sadly, it bums me out. But life's hard. The hosts are very busy.
Yeah. Well, did you hear that guy who was on Austin?
Oh, that
I don't know.
I'm
just talking trash for no reason.
No, they love it. They talk trash all the time.
So am I doing
you can start 10 and then 10 and then we'll just rotate.
Well, I'll just do
perfect.
Well, okay,
that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
And so I don't know if you guys want to do it this way. It might be easier. So if you said something that was on my list, I might just wait to say my thoughts on it until I get to it on my list.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So that might just be easier. So
sure.
So like when you do get to that item that is on your list, you can like really like have that spotlight and not go on someone else's spotlight. If that makes sense.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right. Well, my number 10 was probably the most difficult one for me to choose. And I ended up choosing The Emperor's New Groove.
Wow.
And this is a very nostalgic movie for me. And I think that was part of the reason why I chose it. But I think it's timeless in its comedy for me. I'm laughing at the same jokes that I laughed at when I was a kid. It reminds me of watching it with my sisters. And I definitely think it's a movie that we quote. We're big quoters. We quote a lot in our family, from SpongeBob to Disney movies to random memes we saw on the internet. So this is definitely one that I think we put high up in our quoting. And I feel really good. Like, I always feel happy. I always feel like refreshed, energized after watching it. It makes me feel good.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way.
I know your thoughts on this.
Well, no, I like Emperor's New Groove. I think why it's not on my list is because it has really funny characters and really funny jokes, but almost at the expense of the story. Like, I think the story is kind of basic. And that makes it one that I don't really want to rewatch. Like, the story is he turns into a llama has to go back to be turned back into a man. And, like, the characters definitely make it work. I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
But it is one where, like, it kind of lacks some of that Disney magic for me personally, but it is very funny.
I do see where you're coming from. I don't know. It is, like, different from...
Yeah.
A lot of other Disney films, and it was kind of made at like the turning point of where Disney really made changes. The one thing I wish we could see is they said in the behind the scenes that if they were going to do a Broadway musical or a Broadway play, that all the cast who voiced could like portray their character.
Wow.
Oh, that's fun.
And I almost would like to see that, even though I don't think at this point, 2 decades later, I don't think that could happen.
I don't think so either.
My last thing I'll say is what I think is charming is that it is a basic story, but it's quirky, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just that Kronk is like the lovable idiot sidekick. You also see right, yeah. Like LeFou is like that too, right?
Sure.
But Kronk, you see you're not expecting him to have a like moral like conflict inside his like inner psyche, right? And you're not expecting the animal that Cusco would get turned into to be like a llama of all things, right?
Yeah.
It's
just like
your birthday.
I know, that's the one part you love.
It's your birthday.
I love that part.
Sure, I think it is a basic story, but it's one that's just quirky enough. And
Yeah.
Pacha and his family, their beautiful little home. Squeak, squeakity, squeakers, squeak.
Yeah. My acorn is missing.
Yeah.
Did you eat the acorn? You owe me a new acorn.
Squeaking. Is it my go then?
You can go, Zach.
Okay. My number 10 is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is one that I love the music. I really like the animation. I like that Disney really goes for it. And I think it's weird because most Disney movies, I would say, like fun, charming.
Yeah.
This one is kind of, void of all of that. But
Yeah.
I think in return, you do have a really great story that's really moving. Why it's number 10, though, I do think it has a lot of flaws. The gargoyles are an issue. The tone jumping is kind of all over the place. And the movie might be like, I don't know. It's like I either wish it was just totally dark and, cut out the child audience, or that they maybe lighten it up just a smidge. But overall, I mean, it has some of my favorite Disney things in it. It has some of my favorite Disney songs in it. And while there's some stuff that you have to sit through that you might not enjoy, I think that the highs of the movie really make it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say more, but it's higher up on my list.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So my number 10, I'm scared to say it because I feel like there's gonna be hardcore Disney fans who are gonna like come and find me. So I know this is a favorite of a lot of Disney fans, and it used to be mine, but I think it's just because I've seen it so many times, and also since the story is it's not technically original story, and the live action also kind of tarnished it for me. It's The Lion King.
I knew it.
I love them. The Lion King, but it was like this. Like I'm so conflicted about this movie that almost did not get on my list because it's just most of the songs are great. The animation is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
But the story, I don't know if it completely holds up for me, especially since now that I'm older, I found out that it's basically Hamlet.
Yeah.
And that I'm not a huge Shakespeare fan. I mean, sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. Like I like West Side Story. I thought that was like a good modern interpretation of Romeo and Juliet. Hamlet, I don't know. I enjoyed The Lion King more as a Disney film, and that I know it was an interpretation of Shakespeare. I like it a little bit less because I don't really see it as Shakespeare. And the live action was just terrible. And literally, we were on family vacation, and the choices were either Lion King, the live action, or Yesterday, which is it's a Beatles
the Danny
cover.
Boyle one. Yeah.
I really wanted to see Yesterday, but my sister, it was like, well, your sister has to agree. And she was like, oh, I want to see Lion King. He's like, no, you like Lion King. I'm like, yes, but I'm afraid it's not gonna be good. And I almost screamed in the theater when the be prepared scene came. And literally, you get one line of be prepared and then cut to black. And I was so disappointed. I wanted to walk out. If I had a vehicle at that time, I would have left the theater and driven away, never to come back.
And by the way, not to talk about it because this one is on my list a little bit later, but I am going to say the guy who voiced Scar in the live action one, he is a very good singer.
Yeah.
So it's mine. And like, again, Jeremy Irons is not a singer. So it's like baffling to me that they cut, what was a fan favorite. Yeah.
It was one of the best villain songs ever. And you're going to like replace that with chanting.
It's maybe the best song in that movie. Yeah.
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 It's just
yeah. It is on my list though, so I won't get too much into it. But
I'll
agree
say,
with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love The Lion King. I do.
Yeah.
It didn't make my list. And that's not to say, I don't know. Again, I love it, but I feel like I'm at a point right now where, yes, we know it's based on Hamlet. We know the story. I feel like I'm not finding anything new in my rewatches.
I think it's really great for kids, but it almost does not hold up when you're an adult. I mean, I find like the Timon and Pumbaa scenes like hilarious, and the like what you want me to do? You want me to dress and drag and do the hula? Wow!
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was really upset when they kind of, I don't know. If you have jokes in the original and then replace them with your own jokes, it almost. I mean, I know it's like comedic genius versus like another comedic genius.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just the only good thing I really like, or the thing I really liked from the live action Lion King was Seth Rogen as Pumbaa. Yes. I was like the only thing that held up for me.
Yeah, he was great.
He was.
I don't know. It's like, can I feel the love tonight? No, I cannot. Nope. All right.
Okay. My number 9 might be a little controversial.
Uh-oh.
People have very split opinions on this franchise within Disney.
Oh, I know what it is.
Within Disney. But I would say, my number 9 is Frozen.
Okay.
Frozen, for me, there's a few different elements of it that I really love and appreciate. As I mentioned, and will probably continue to mention, I have sisters. So, did you know that?
What?
Because I've already said it like 3 times. So a nice sister story is something that's always going to warm my heart. It's always going to resonate with me. Another reason why I love it is I love the setting of Arendelle, especially in both of the movies, but especially in the first one. My family is Norwegian. I went to Norway for a summer a couple years ago, and it has just stolen my heart. I love Norway, and so I love just seeing it animated and reflected in all the Frozen stuff that they've done. So that's another reason I feel kind of comfy, if that's kind of a weird way to say. Like, and I think some of the music's overrated for sure, but I think some of the music is fire. Mm-hmm. They had real composers put the soundtrack together. So some of their stuff is genius. I like Anna. I like Elsa. I like Kristoff. I like Sven. I like Olaf. I like all the characters. And I think the first one for sure. I have different feelings on the second one. But the first Frozen is always a win for me. That's my number 9.
Yeah. I like Frozen. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it less after the first 100 times. Because it was, I mean, it's a good movie, but it was like one of those movies. As soon as you watched it, you wanted to watch it again, and it just, I don't know. Over the years, I don't know if it's because I've seen it so many times and heard the songs so many times that it's not that it doesn't do it for me anymore. I mean, I'll always laugh at Olaf, every Olaf scene, like, oh look, I've been impaled.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Josh Gad. Not gonna lie though, Frozen 2 almost made my list because
really?
I almost like Frozen 2 better, just because I was thinking, okay, for Frozen 2, it's either going to be a really crappy story or it's going to be a knockoff of the first one. Now, I was not expecting how the story was going to play out. Sure, it is a little. On some perspectives, it could be viewed as a weak story, but I was not expecting who the antagonist was going to be.
Sure.
And I love Into the Unknown, and I personally think it's a few levels above Let It Go.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It has a very Broadway feel, and I kind of lean towards more Broadway music, and that really fits for Idina Menzel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to punch it. I don't really care for these movies, and not for any particular reason. Just when I saw the first one, it didn't really click with me, and I've gone back a few times and tried to like give it another go, and I can't really put my finger on what it is because, you know, like I think some of the songs are cool. You know, some of the themes are really interesting. I don't know what it is. There's just something about the movie that I don't get on board with. Yeah. But I mean, I would never call it a bad movie, and I would never knock people for enjoying it. So I definitely respect the choice.
Yeah,
thank you.
I agree. I agree with that. I mean, that's how I feel about The Greatest Showman.
Oh my gosh, no, I despise that. I will fight.
Yeah, I just like
you just set me off, Noah.
I'm just like the music's good, but like the same time, it's just like I don't care about this story whatsoever. Why should I care about this con artist and his circus?
And who was like actually like
a bad man,
a mean person. He wasn't nice to the people at his shows.
Wolf.
Yeah.
You'll get us started too.
All right, Zach.
Is it all right? So my number 9. This was a childhood favorite. This was my favorite forever, and I love it. I can quote the whole movie. It's The Jungle Book. Man, oh man, I love The Jungle Book. I love Baloo. I love Shere Khan. I love the music. I love the animation. I think the movie is super funny. I mean, it's really, I can't say enough about it. And I think like the reason it's so low is I have seen it so many times that like watching it is kind of like, I know all this. But in adulthood, it's like, I don't know, I almost wish there was more to the story, which is kind of a weird complaint. And I even don't mind the live action one. I think that one has some good stuff in it. I think it's one of the better of the live actions, but I think the animated one, like, man, it puts me in a good mood immediately. There's so many lines that just live rent free in my head. Yeah. It's a blast, and it's a delight for me to watch every single time.
Yeah. No, I really fought with putting The Jungle Book on my list, and sadly it did not make it on my list. It was like, okay, it's like, do I like what compared to like other movies? It's like, okay, what do I really like about this movie? Do I really like this movie about as a whole, or is it like more a certain aspect? And for me, I really love the music. Like I love all the songs in this movie. I especially love That's What Friends Are For.
So good.
And I wish I could hit that last note. I've tried several times. I can't do it without straining. It's just, this was another nostalgic one. And Zach, you do know there is a Jungle Book 2, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's listen, here's the thing I'm going to say. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I've watched it. It has some cool stuff in it. Just overall, I'm just kind of like, okay, I saw that one in theaters, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not bad. It's just kind of like...
It's just not good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Which, for one of those animated sequels, like, that's saying something, because a lot of them... I mean,
it's one of the better ones.
Definitely. It's no Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time, but yeah.
Yeah, I stopped at 2.
Stop this.
Cinderella 3 is good.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Cinderella 2 is bad. Cinderella 2 is bad, though.
That
one's really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. My number 9. If you honestly asked me about this movie last week, I would probably say it wasn't my favorite, but I did a lot of thinking, and I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie, and I appreciate it a whole lot more now than I did as a kid, and that's The Rescuers.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, this one's on my list too. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's just the jokes are so subtle, but they always make me laugh. It's like there's 13 steps on this ladder. We should have taken the train safe. And I will kid you not. Orville's theme, I at least hum that to, or like sing the notes out loud while I'm working at least a couple times a week. It's such a catchy tune. It's like da 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 da.
The Air Force has a good theme, absolutely.
Yeah. And I love Don Knotts too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. That's pretty much what I can say about them. I mean, I love it, but there's not a whole lot to say.
I'm gonna jump in later when I talk about, so
I'll say throughout if people name them. I have my top 10 here, and then I have a couple underneath that didn't make my top 10, but I was considering it. The Rescuers is one of them, so it's my honorable mention. Yeah, I love The Rescuers. I love Bianca and Bernard. I think they're wonderful, wonderful main characters. I love their little outfits. I think I still love the movie for sure. I think the one hesitation that put me from putting it on my list was like, and this isn't the fault of the movie, it's all on me, is I think I'm too emotional of a person to handle some of the sadness.
Yeah, especially like that 5-minute intro with that one song, because I mean it really like hits hard, like, and you're just watching like still photos at that point. You're not even really seeing animation. It still hits pretty hard.
Absolutely. Yeah, but still I think it's a fantastic film.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay, my number 8, and it's strange because I agree with it, like ranked under all the ones before it, but I feel like now I'm kind of getting into the territory of like, I wish I ranked it higher, but I feel that way about all the ones I'm gonna say. So my number 8 is Mulan. Ooh. And I forgot how much I loved Mulan until about a couple weeks ago when we rewatched it. And I just remembered every scene so vividly. This was one I remember watching a bunch as a kid and didn't realize it until we rewatched it a couple weeks ago. I love the characters. I'm very intrigued with the story. And I especially remember a lot of the scoring throughout the movie. Great score. And yeah, it's always, I mean, who doesn't want to see like Mulan kick butt like throughout the movie? It's fantastic to watch and empowering for young girls like me to watch.
Yeah.
I'm sad the live action one was made.
Oh boy,
terrible. Aggressively
but just watch
terrible.
the animated one.
Yeah.
It's with Disney live action films, it's hard to find a film that I actually cannot get angry watching.
Sure.
Actually, the only one I can think of right at the moment is Alice in Wonderland.
It's, for me, Cruella and the live-action Jungle Book I can get on board with.
Okay. I have not seen Cruella all the way through. I've just been really busy.
Sure.
But yeah, that's definitely...
I do want to say of Mulan, yeah, I love it. I really like the music in that one. I think the weakness for me, though, it lies in that the villain is super unmemorable for me.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, if he were... Because, like, so many cool things happen. Like, the avalanche when that happens to him, when she, like, beats him up later in the movie. It's like, man, if I really, like, hated this guy, oh, my goodness, he's, like... So that's the thing. I watch it, and I'm like, I think it could have been even better. But I still think it's a quality movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a quality movie too. It's just, I don't know. It's just, there was, the only memorable thing, I mean, no, this movie is memorable, but the thing that with like nostalgia towards this movie is I can remember is just, a bunch of guys would get together like in high school or at a choir event. I remember one, I did, it was like county choir or something. And a bunch of guys just got together during a break, and we were singing "Make a Man." Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like it. I mean,
I do think you made a good point, Noah. Kind of when you were talking about like it's not one that I think you and I being guys, there might be something that we're missing. And that's okay. That's not an issue. I think it is naturally going to be a cooler story for like, young women and who out there. I think they're gonna maybe, and that's not to say if you're a guy and you love this movie, that's fine. I just think that our on ramp is gonna be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sequel is weird.
It's terrible. White Guy Mushu was a woof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I remember watching the sequel like once or twice, but it never really stuck with me.
Well,
I liked it for like 2 seconds, and then I was like, yeah, no.
Nice. So we're at number 8 now?
Yes.
All right, so my number 8 is The Lion King.
Okay.
And Lion King is one that when people are talking about, it's overrated and this and all of that, like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But then whenever I put it on, it just sweeps over me. Like, this is an interesting one. This one has so many shots that I remember, which is rare for a Disney movie or an animated film. You don't really remember shots, but I think about like the zoom in on Simba's face when the stampede is coming. I think about that stampede sequence. This movie has amazing sequences, and not the songs, but the Hans Zimmer score with the Lobo M orchestrations is absolutely breathtaking. There are so many amazing moments in this movie that feel like a big movie, and it's not a surprise that so much of this team went on to make Prince of Egypt, which is another film that feels like big and huge and epic. So I mean, just for that, it's one like every time I have an opportunity to see this in like a theater, I'm gonna go just because of how huge it feels. And I really can't think of another Disney movie. I mean, as far as the flaws go, I think Simba's kind of a bland main character. And
I can agree with that.
And that's kind of the movie's greatest sin for me. And not all the songs really work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big Can You Feel the Love Tonight fan. I think Just Can't Wait to Be King is okay.
If it wasn't like covered like 5,000 times, like I like the original like movie soundtrack, but I really could not stand the live action take, because I'm just like, okay, you are trying too hard. I don't need all those vocal riffs. You can simple is better.
I'm not going to say anything bad about Beyonce on a podcast, but no, I mean, I said on our other show, like, Childish Gambino and Beyonce sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," and I still don't care. So I mean, but I will say, just the set pieces and the sequences, and I mean, talk about a moment more powerful than Mufasa's death. You know, it's kind of like it has so many of those moments where I just can't believe they went for it, and my hat is off to them. It just, like you were saying, Noah, I'm a huge Shakespeare fan. But still, it being Hamlet is like, it's cool. It doesn't really do much for me. It doesn't make Simba more interesting. And overall, I like it. I loved it more when I was a kid, but now it's one that when I'm not actively watching it, I think like, it's kind of overrated. And then I watch it and I'm like, whoa. So
the cinema, like the intense scenes, I would say are definitely, it's like
top tier.
Top tier. I mean, like the intro to what gets me is like him going up on Pride Rock, like towards the end. Like that's always like a very emotional scene. And I think my favorite scene from the entire movie is like Rafiki's pep talk with Simba, because I remember I struggled with depression in high school, and I remember a teacher like pulling me aside and like showing me this clip about like she was motivating me to keep moving forward, and it really, like, if you like take 5 minutes, watch the scene, it's like it's very motivational.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, my number 8, Zach, I think ours like kind of like flip flop. Mine's Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Nice.
I grew up with this movie. I've always loved the music the story, I don't know. I guess as a kid, I didn't realize like how dark it was till I watched it when I was like a teenager. I'm like, oh, this happens. This is not okay. And it's, I mean, I don't know. I do kind of agree with you, Zach. I kind of wish it was stuck with an extreme.
Yeah.
And I don't know what bum. I don't know. I guess a good thing, bad thing about this movie is like I'm there in the beginning. I love it, and then about right after Hellfire,
yes,
you lose me.
I agree.
And then I think you get me again when the chamber
yes, Sanctuary.
Yeah, Sanctuary. You get me a little bit again there, and the end is powerful. And I'll always love like the Notre Dame like main title song. It's so intense, and it's just and Out There is wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't need the third gargoyle though. You're
not gonna mention a guy like you? Come on.
I don't know. I try to forget that. That was like, like there was one time that was like, is this song good? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's like one song I couldn't get behind. It's like, okay, everyone's suffering, and you want to talk about a dude's love life right now?
Yes.
Hugo, I say no go.
Amazing.
Okay. Hannah, what is your number 7? Unless you have something to say about Hunchback.
No, I love Hunchback.
Yeah.
I love the music.
Yeah.
And it's I feel like I've noticed you both have shared your positives and maybe the weaknesses, as Zach has said, and I'm like, I think they're all great. All mine are great. So I still think Hunchback is great, but I don't think I've watched it enough for it to be a top for me personally. But I love that. I love that music.
I feel like the older I grow, the more I've like criticized things, especially the things I love.
Sure, yeah.
And the thing is, I've gotten backlash from my family, especially because my mom, she loves to watch Hallmark, and she also likes to watch a lot of like the free Christian films that are like on Tubi or Roku. And the thing is, and I'll like point out all the flaws in this, and like this does not make sense. This does not hold up theologically. That plot point makes absolute no sense. Like, why you have to be critical about everything? It's like if it was good, if I cared about these people, maybe I would criticize.
So we're on
7.
Okay, my number 7. 7. Yeah. Oh goodness. Okay, my number 7 is Zootopia.
Okay.
And that's one because I love the world building they did with Zootopia. Like, I am all for wanting, like, they're doing like a show, right? Well, they did Zootopia Plus, but are they doing a second show?
Yeah.
Like, I will love to see that and see, like, I want to see a Nick and Judy, like, crime show where they take on a case every week, and I want to meet more people in this world. And I don't know, it's just like that's so fun to me. And I love the message of it. I think I was not expecting it to be as powerful as it is the first time I watched it. And I think it's a great thing for families to watch and have discussions about. I'm all for that. You know, I know people can get upset about certain themes, not just Zootopia, but other Disney movies. And I just say, like, this is a great time for you to take the initiative to watch that, like, with your kids, and you can control, like, a conversation afterwards, you know? That's just me. Yeah. But Zootopia, I think, is fun. I think it's powerful, and it leaves me wanting more of the world that's out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the movie. I don't really have anything to add to that, but it's not on my list, but I definitely like it a lot.
Yeah. It's not on my list either. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm indifferent about this movie. I mean, maybe I am, because I mean, I don't like hate the movie, but I don't know if I like it either. I mean, the animation is very cool. I like a lot of the themes. The music is, I want to say I don't like the music, but the music's very catchy and gets in your, it gets
That's an earworm, that song.
Yeah, it gets stuck in my head, and I'm not even going to sing it because I'm going to think about it for the rest of the night.
Yep.
Even though it's already in my head. And also maybe I don't like that movie as much because of the first place I watched it, which was in someone else's car. Well, I was on a school trip. Like
Sure.
I got, it was like job training, and the job trainer like took us all in her minivan during school hours, and she was like, "Well, it's a long drive. Do you want to watch a movie? I got Zootopia." And I'm like, "Oh, sure, I'll watch it. I've never seen it before." And I there's something about watching something in a minivan that just kind of takes away from the experience.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
All
right. My number 7, Noah, are you ready to get angry letters? Because this one, for some reason, sets off a fire in people when I say that this is one of my favorites. And you know what? I'll deal with the consequences. It's Bambi, folks. I love a movie. So some of my favorite movies are minimal dialogue that I like to say they go 40 and the audience has to come 60. That the movie asks a lot of the audience for you to do a lot of thinking and self-application. And I think that's Bambi. Bambi is about like the changing of seasons. It's about life and death. It's about so many things, but in a way that's not obvious. And so I love that. I mean, this kind of animation I just think is absolutely breathtaking. I love how sudden like the villain being man just shows up and starts wrecking everything in such a brutal way. The movie, and I mean, it's going to sound weird, but I like that the movie doesn't pull any punches, that like you see scenes of extreme beauty, you know, followed by Bambi's mom getting shot. You know, there's moments of just heartwarming charm with heart-wrenching tragedy. And I mean, isn't that what life is? You know, I think Bambi is such a beautiful metaphor for like life, and that there's, you know, kind of a time for everything. This is one I love watching. I love examining, and I get it that some people think it's boring and it's not for everybody. I 100% get that, but this is the kind of movie that I love to watch and then, you know, talk about with people.
Yeah. Wow. That's very, very, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen this movie probably almost 2 decades. It's been a while. I would say I never hated the movie. It's always, I would say, very intense for when you were a kid.
Definitely.
If I watched, I mean, I might put that on my watch list, but if I watched it today, I'd probably enjoy it a little bit more, since you're like, as an adult, you're more like knowledgeable of like the good and the bad in life. And I completely agree with you that it's a really good metaphor about of life, and very interesting, and the animation is wonderful. I think I still have the VHS somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like I don't remember too much of the movie to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I like Bambi. I think it is absolutely beautiful animation. And I like seeing like what they do with the characters, like in branding like Disney merchandise nowadays.
Yeah.
I will say another terrible sequel.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the even? It's not even technically a sequel. It's like in between.
In betweequel, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my number 7 is a movie that I remember watching as a kid, thinking it was okay, and then every time I've watched it, I liked it more, and I love the music, I love the comedy, and you guys just did an episode on it. It is Hercules.
Woo!
I rewatched it this past weekend, and I can't remember laughing that hard in a while because it's James Woods, Danny DeVito. It's just all those jokes really get me, and it's a really memorable movie. The jokes, the music. Oh, I love the music. It's just, I mean, the music in Hercules is probably in my rotation that I listen to on a weekly basis. And I sung "Go the Distance." Please don't look up this video because I'm embarrassed by it. It was one of my first covers on YouTube.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, it's not. If I had better range, maybe I'd be proud of it. But I also sung that song for a musical audition when I was in high school for Shrek the Musical. That's a whole other story entirely. But no, Hercules, yeah, I love it. The jokes are phenomenal, and I can't lie, I've listened to your podcast episode more than once, especially Zach. I love your impression of Panic, and just
Hercules is a very popular name nowadays.
Remember when all the boys were named Jason and all the girls were named Brittany?
Oh, that's really good, Noah. That's a really good impression.
Yeah, if you're curious about my thoughts on that movie, go listen to the Godfellas podcast.
Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. I will say, for my final thoughts on this movie, is you have me all the way until the third act.
Absolutely,
and that's when you kind of lose me. I mean, when you get to Olympus, I think that's cool. But even when like Herc loses his power, for some reason, the movie takes like a dip.
Yeah.
That it just doesn't quite redeem itself till like the next song. And even then, when that next song hits, you're like halfway through the credits.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, so this is the end?
Yeah.
It's almost like a reverse Hunchback.
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment because it's on my list.
All right. Okay, Heath, then you can just go to your number 6.
My number 6 is a movie I had not seen until about 2 years ago.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the movie is.
No. And it's one that I felt like everyone talked about when I was growing up, and everyone loves this movie, and I had not seen it until I was an adult, and now I understand why everyone loves this movie. My number 6 is Lilo and Stitch. I just did not expect this movie to have as much of an impact on me as it did. I did not expect to love the pairing of Lilo and Stitch that much. I just think it's a great story. I think it's got some hard moments to watch, which I kind of love. Love the social worker representation. I studied social work in college. It holds a special special place in my heart. That's the right way to say it. And again, I love the quirkiness of it. It's just a town in Hawaii that's now invaded by aliens, and somehow teaches everyone about family. And I absolutely love it. And I love the use of the Elvis songs. I think that's so much fun. I love the alien creatures. I love the animation style. I love the movement of the water. That's a big thing. I love how Disney animates water. Honorable mention to Moana as well. I mean, like, I think that just plays a huge part in why I like it visually too. And I just find it to be a really comforting story.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it's not on my list. I don't think I've seen it enough times to really appreciate it. I will say I try really hard not to like Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride, but I can't. It gets you every time. It gets me every time I listen to it. I can't I can't say that's not a good song because it's catchy.
Absolutely, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, every time I think of Lilo and Stitch, I think of the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and every time I think of the Santa Claus, I think of Lilo and Stitch. I think it's because on the VHS, the Lilo and Stitch trailer was on that. I don't know. That's a weird connection, but I don't know. How many sequels does that movie have?
A
2?
lot. And a TV show. So
yeah, and a TV show.
Yeah.
Because I know there's I think there's
Leroy and Stitch.
Yeah, that's I think the third one.
Oh, boy.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Actually, let me see.
Me neither. Yeah,
I know. I know the second one kind of jump starts the show.
Okay.
I think it does. I'm not sure. Yeah, it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Can't remember. Or maybe there's 4 movies. I don't. So Disney has made so many sequels that, and Disney, if you hear this, please stop. Stop with all the sequels. Stop with all the live action remakes. It's going to get to a point where people are mad, and I'm pretty sure people are already mad. So just please stop. I mean, I'm probably not gonna see the 2 that they're coming at. I don't want to see Little Mermaid. I don't want to see Peter Pan and that scary.
We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Should I go into number 6? So my number 6 is The Rescuers. Also,
okay.
This one I loved as a kid, and Hannah and I recently we did a thing where we were rewatching all of the Disney movies in order from when they were released.
Yeah,
and this is one that when we got there, the story really took me by surprise. I think the story is so good. I think the characters are so good, and kind of like what you were saying, Noah, I get something new every time I watch this, and it's gonna sound weird, but I loved seeing that Penny is unafraid of her captors.
Yeah,
because I think for so many kids, like, you're afraid of people who there's so much fear of the unknown, and I just love that Penny is in a situation and she's going to try to escape. She's going to try to run away. Yeah. She's not just going to sit there and deal with it. I want out. I love her prayer. Please let someone find my message because running away isn't working. Yeah. And I love that she talks back to the people who are kidnapping her and sassing them, and that she has a hand in her own delivery, I think is super cool also. And that's something that I just picked up this last time I watched it, and it's one I would recommend. I know a lot of people haven't seen it, but if you have kids, this is definitely one to check out. I just got the book to read to my preschool class, but and the voice acting, everything. This movie is just it's so good. Yeah,
I wholeheartedly agree. I almost don't want to say this next thought for the fear of it actually happening, but I don't want there to be a live action of this, but if there was, I would say for the henchman, I think Josh Gad would be a perfect casting.
Sure.
I mean, I think he needs one. He already has a few good roles, but I feel like he needs something.
Well, see, I will say, because I even, The Rescuers Down Under was almost on this list, because I really like that movie too. Yeah. So this is one, unfortunately, I don't think a lot of the voice cast is still with us. But this is one, I'm like, if you had a Disney Plus series and all these actors were alive and you did every episode, they're on a new adventure, I would really enjoy that show. Yeah.
I will say, I don't know, you kind of lose me with a new voice cast, but the animation, it's a step up, and it's very, very intriguing, especially that the first 5 minutes of that intense zoom in.
That score is so good.
It is really.
Also,
really
you
good.
have John Candy as Wilbur, Orville's brother, and I'm like, I'm in. Yeah.
I didn't know. Wow, that.
And honestly, Bob Newhart and Ava Gabor are back, so it's kind of I'm ready for it. Yeah, I really like both those movies.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. My number 6. It was a battle with this one because it was hard. it's like, okay, how did I feel about it then? How do I feel about it now? Does it still hold up for me? It is, I would say, another Disney favorite of a lot of people. I would say it is a Disney favorite of mine, Aladdin.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, I will say, always have a special place in my heart because it's just the story is very unique. Very unique. I know it's technically like ripped off of a like another story, but the thing is,
Kind of.
if
Yeah.
you can, here's the thing: if you can do it well, I mean, I know a bunch of other animated studios have tried to do Aladdin, and all compared to this movie, they're nothing. It's just it's phenomenal. One of the best Disney villains. One of the best Disney villain sidekicks.
I love Yago.
Yeah.
I love Yago. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm so ticked off. I'm molting.
Oh, there's a big surprise.
Just oh my goodness. Yeah, I love this movie. Love the music. Though the Broadway musical, I feel like almost beats this movie for me. It's just I like the music in the Broadway musical just a little bit better, and it's mainly because of Proud of Your Boy and Diamond in the Rough. I really love Proud of Your Boy. I'll say this. I don't have a perfect relationship for my mother, and something that I've always wanted to do is make her proud. And it really I don't know, the first time I heard it, it really hit home for me. And I do find the Broadway musical very interesting and like the Broadway twist of the movie. But I will say one thing that will never, like, no one can ever top is Robin Williams' portrayal of the genie.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. You don't really have a movie without him. And what's funny is he thought this movie was not going to be big, and he didn't want to really be a part of the advertising. And surprise, he's like the part of the movie that everyone loves, like Friend Like Me, which I'm so happy they finally released his version to Spotify.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, good.
They did. I'm so happy they released that. And Prince Ali, they did. Yeah, they did a not a newer version. Wow, why can't I think? This is not the word. Like a refurbish,
Remix, remaster.
Yeah,
Remaster.
Remaster. Wow, I cannot think that.
Yeah.
They did a remaster of it. It sounds phenomenal. I love it. Love this movie. I love to quote this movie. I love to sing the songs. The sequels to Jafar Returns is a travesty. I would just say
I don't mind 40 Thieves.
40 Thieves actually, it almost made it on this list. It's really nostalgic for me and my sister. My sister and I didn't really get along too much when we were kids, but we would watch this movie every time together. This was like one of two movies we would watch together, that and Scooby-Doo Monster in Mexico. We would always quote the opening lines of 40 Thieves. It's like, here's Cleopatra and Caesar, and they're bringing a salad. How wonderful. Sand is everywhere. Get used to it. And it was also Robin Williams coming back to do the role. It's phenomenal. I just wish Disney would use his voice a little bit more, even though I know the lawsuit was very like constricting, because I know Robin Williams said he only wants them to use his voice for educational purposes.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why they haven't done more educational stuff with his voice. But I would say Aladdin, the animation, the scoring, it's just, and Robin Williams, it just makes that movie for me.
Yeah. Aladdin is an honorable mention for me.
Oh.
This one was really hard not to put in my top 10. I would have to say it's either 11 or 12 for me. But I love Aladdin.
Yeah.
I'll just, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say right now and save us a little bit of time. Aladdin is my number 5.
Okay.
And kind of for all the same reasons that you said, Noah. I think it's super funny.
Yeah.
I think it holds up. I think all the songs are good in this one. I love like the jazz elements. I mean, yeah, I just totally agree with everything you just said. I couldn't have said it any better. So that is my number 5.
Yeah. I know you said jazz elements, and for some reason I just remembered Robin Williams impression of Jack Nicholson is like, and I don't know
All
what,
right, Sparky here.
you gotta be a straight
Straight
shooter.
shooter.
There's like, I think, however many hours of just like raw stuff that they didn't use for that movie. I think some of it's on YouTube. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
All right, Hannah, you can go for your number 5.
My number 5 is my most controversial on my list. And it's one that I never hear people talk about, but this was such a favorite for me as a kid. It makes me cry every time I watch it. I absolutely love the soundtrack. I love the story. I never get tired of watching this movie. I think Zach's preparing to get up and leave once I say it. My number 5 is Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Man.
Zach,
Okay.
here's why. I'm not saying it's the best movie by any means. In fact, I'm okay that people don't like it. I find it to be particularly wow.
For the podcast listeners, Zach just turned off his camera on Zoom.
He's just getting a drink because he has no comments.
Okay.
For the podcast listeners, Zach and I are married, so we're particularly picking each other on each other. It's it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to. No, I'm not saying it's a great movie by any means, but it's one that if this movie has one fan, it's me, right?
Yeah.
I am. If they had to make this movie for anyone, I'm glad Disney made this movie for me. I find it to be heartwarming. I think Danny Elfman did a great job with the soundtrack and the scoring. And I just think that it's a beautiful story about family. It's a beautiful story about finding your talents and being encouraged. And I love that Walt Disney quote at the end about keep moving forward. I find it to be pretty motivational and inspiring for myself. And I think there are some hilarious moments that other people might not find funny, but I think they're fantastic.
Yeah. I won't say I don't like this movie. I will say the biggest turnoff for me is I'm not a fan of the animation.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just really, it's too goofy for me. And I will say some of the jokes do make me laugh, like that woman with however many caffeine patches are.
Oh yeah.
And the dinosaur scene always I find funny for just like, Master, I have a big head and tiny arms. I don't think this was thought through. And the Walt Disney quote that I remember watching this movie. I think this is I feel like I keep sharing sad stories. This is another movie that I watched when I was like going through a rough time, and it was very motivational. And I think the only reason why I don't really like this movie or watch it constantly is because I think the animation is not good. That's all I have to say about that.
I will say my last thing I'll say about it is that song at the end, Little Wonders.
Okay.
I believe to be one of the greatest songs that's not like written for a character to sing, like that's just included in a Disney movie.
Zach,
That's how
I love your
it.
facial expression.
I know he's roasting me here.
Zach, do you want to remain silent about
no
this?
comment? I've seen this movie once and I don't remember anything about it, so no comment.
I've seen this movie once and I probably don't need to see it again.
But I'm glad you like it, Hannah.
I said when you were out of the room, if Disney made it for one person, it's me.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah. Okay. So Zach, you shared your number 5.
Aladdin,
so,
yes.
All right. My number 5 is a movie that I don't think gets enough love. And my cousin and I, we'll quote this movie every once in a while. And this was actually the first one first podcast episodes I did. Sadly, the audio got corrupted, but still up there for anyone who wants to try to make it through the ear suffering. And that is Emperor's New Groove. I watched this movie I think last year for like the first time in a while. And I cannot stop laughing. The intensity of the music, the animation I think is really find it very interesting. And I just love all the jokes that Kronk's character makes. And I mean, my cousin and I will always just quote Kronk and like, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison. Oh, I just love all the spontaneous. It's your birthday.
I love it.
You threw off my groove. I'm sorry.
That's so funny. So good.
Yeah,
I'm looking at your Instagram right now at your childhood copy. That's cool.
Yeah. Actually, that's not my childhood. Did I ever own the movie? I watched it from the library. I got the VHS or the DVD, and yeah, I don't know why we never owned this movie. I remember we liked it, but I saw it at Just Press Play not too long ago, and I was like, I have to get this movie. It's great, and yeah, I cherish it. It's definitely, I will say, it's a movie that if you are sad, if it's a rainy day, you just want something to entertain you, it's a good movie to watch.
Yeah, and thanks for the Just Press Play plug also.
Yeah.
Love Just Press Play.
Yeah, I love them. I've been visiting them every other week, and I need to stop. That's why my DVD collection is so big.
Nice. Okay.
So I don't know if we want to go back to Hannah, or Zach, you can share your number 4.
Oh, okay. I will share.
Okay.
When I was a kid, we would go to Blockbuster every weekend, and I would always rent some version of this movie. And it's Peter Pan. I love the Peter Pan story. When I was a little boy, I used to try to keep my window open, like as an impressionable 4-year-old, just so that if you wanted to come and get me and take me to Neverland, we could. I actually never even saw Hook as a child, because when I heard that it was about Peter Pan growing up, 6-year-old Zach was like, no way, I'm out. No, Like, I was hurt by the concept of that. So little Zach was like, no way, So I love the Peter Pan story. I love it. And again, when Hannah and I rewatched all the Disney movies, Peter Pan was like, again, just took Disney to whole new levels, I think. I think that it really kind of exploded what the fairy tale could be, because it wasn't just like, princesses and castles. It was, a faraway land that you've always wanted to visit, and that also felt like a place where you had been almost. I think the voice casting is great. This is one of the best Captain Hooks. I'm a Captain Hook fanatic. And like, that's all I've ever wanted to be, is Captain Hook. So I love Peter Pan so much, and it breaks my heart that I did not love the trailer, because director David Lowery, he directed A Ghost Story, which is my favorite movie, and he directed Green Knight, which is a movie that I love. So when I heard he was doing Peter Pan, I was like, yes, this is going to be a home run. There's no way that I'm not going to love this. And just watching that trailer, it didn't work for me. So I'm really hoping that it's just a bad trailer and that the movie's actually going to be good. But I mean, I'm trying to also be realistic here, but I hope I love it, because again, like, I love the story so much. There is some regrettable racism in the animated movie, I will say, which kind of makes it a little hard to revisit in the stomach. But I would say this one, I'm definitely giving it a lot of nostalgia points.
So Zach, don't hate me.
Go for it.
I've never seen this movie.
Okay.
But if you're not mad now,
No.
what I'm gonna say might trigger you more. So I have seen the sequel. I've seen Hook.
Okay.
I've seen Pan. I've seen almost.
Pan. Oh, Pan. Ooh. I knew that was gonna be bad, and I was like, ugh.
So this might be a hot take. I actually liked Pan. I found it intriguing.
Sure.
I personally would have liked to see the next couple of movies because there's no way they did not intend to do a sequel. Because how can you go from like being best friends with James Hook to him being your arch enemy?
Definitely.
I don't know. I thought it was an intriguing story. I mean, it was a little weird, but the thing is, I think we needed that an interesting backstory.
Okay.
But I cannot give you really a good reason why I haven't seen the movie. It's just maybe I'm afraid I'm not going to like it.
Sure.
Because I think there's only been a handful of classic Disney films I have not like watched since childhood. And there was one movie I watched when I was a teenager that I despise to this day. It doesn't make sense, and I don't understand if people like it. And that's Alice in Wonderland. That I
like the aesthetic and the vibes more than I like the movie, but I do like the movie. But I do get what you're saying.
I like the live action because I feel like it brings more whole to the story. Because it just, I don't know, the animation just seems like chaos. And I would say the only thing I like from that movie is the Mad Hatter. And
I like chaos. So
yeah. That must be why you're on this podcast today.
Yes.
But yeah, no. I respect your opinion, sir.
Well, thank you.
Hannah's
in the other room, so why don't we do your... Yeah.
I will do my number 4. And this probably will not surprise you. I whistle the theme of this song several times a day.
Ooh.
My cousin and I will quote this movie to each other, and I think this will like live free in my heart, rent free for the rest of my days, and that is Disney's Robin Hood.
Sure. Yeah.
I will say this was the first story of Robin Hood that I was introduced to, and I think that's also why I love the story of Robin Hood, and it's also the most kid-friendly story of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Because it can get rough. I know because I also watched as a kid. I watched the Kevin Costner Prince of Thieves. I was kind of surprised I watched that movie at a young age, but no, I love the music. I do not think there's a song I do not like. I mean, I think if anything, my least favorite song might be the phony King of England.
I thought you were going to say Love for a second, and I was like, don't say it. Hannah's going to get mad. Don't say it.
So the thing is, I used to not like that song, but the thing is, I'm also appreciating it now because it's on a commercial right now on TV. I noticed that. I was like, wait, are they playing a song from that's from the, I think the 60s or the 70s? I'm just like, this is interesting. But yeah, I love the theme. I mean,
yes.
I mean, it's such a good theme. And Phil Harris is, I'm Sir Reginald, Duke of Chutney.
Don't stick your tongue out, Buster.
Don't stung your tongue out at me, kid.
That's so good.
Yeah. Oodalali, fortune tellers.
I want to cite a specific moment that I really, really enjoy is when they're breaking out of the castle. There's no score, which is like for a Disney movie is like pretty risky because there's usually so much. But the whole time when they're like when everyone's asleep and they're doing the breakout, no score. And I think it's so cool. And this is one,
Yes.
and Noah, I don't know how you're going to respond to this. But when they were doing all the Disney sequels, I was like, why not Robin Hood? Like, that one makes sense. There's like kind of more story to be told. And I'm not saying it would have been good, but that was one that I didn't understand why they didn't want to go back to that well, really.
I'm honestly okay that there is not a Disney sequel.
Me too. It's just curious that they didn't do it.
Well, it's bad. The thing is, I picture a Robin Hood sequel. For some reason, I picture something like Lady and the Tramp 2 for some reason, and just them having kids. I don't think it would be good, but Robin Hood, I love all the music, even like the songs that are like not like the greatest songs, like Not in Nottingham.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I love a good blues song, like a good set. It was very interesting. Yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, you can share your number 4, Hannah.
Yeah, sorry, I disappeared.
No, you're fine.
My number 4, I consider to be a perfect movie. And it's my number 4 because there's a few I love more than it.
Yeah.
But my second favorite of the Disney Renaissance, Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. Yeah, I will agree that on the perfect movie part.
Yeah. I love Beauty and the Beast. I've always loved. There's never been a scene I've not enjoyed. I also grew a lot more fonder of it. I was in a production of Beauty and the Beast in high school, and I think that the stage adaptation of all the Disney produced musicals is the most accurate to the movie.
Easily.
And it just made me appreciate the animated film a lot more. So I played Mrs. Potts in high school, so love her, right?
Yeah.
But I love the music. I love the story. I think the animation is just absolutely like stunning and show-stopping. Yes. And it's definitely like when I think of like favorite Disney movies, it's my top 4. It was very competitive, and it really is just ranked within like what is near and dear to my heart the most. So I love Beauty and the Beast. It's a favorite, and then there's just a couple stories I think I love even more.
Okay.
That one is later on my list, so I'm
me too.
I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Zach, we can go to your number 3 then.
My number 3 is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This movie, I watched it I think I bought the Blu-ray a couple of years ago, and put it on, and wow, I love the characters. I love the aesthetic, and this is a really, really funny movie that doesn't take itself too seriously. Like it's a nice movie to like watch and just hang out with everybody. But that being said, I wouldn't change a thing about it. Like it's one like there's no story that loses me. There's no beat that doesn't translate for me. And I love the songs. And again, voice casting, I mean, just think about how iconic and amazing it is. This is a story. This is one where there's so many beautiful images and funny parts.
Yeah.
But it's also just so relentlessly and unapologetically heartwarming that, like, I really, really love it. And it's one that, like, when they did the horror movie, however long ago, I'm like, what a sick and terrible perversion.
I think it was just last year.
It was like very recently. I think it was just in March or like early February. But I was like, this is just so wrong. And I was like, this isn't fun. Like, this isn't fun to me because these characters are so just like pure and they represent everything that's good. And like, what a lazy take to, take them and try to make them into something disturbing. So this one, I really, really enjoy it, and I really enjoyed reading it to my classroom. The kids have really kind of like connected to it, and the thing I like is that I feel like there's a character for everybody in this one. You know, I feel like you have your in real life, your people who are like, I like Pooh Bear, or like, I kind of see Eeyore in myself, or I'm a little bit like Tigger, and that's okay. Like, it's not like there's one good character and there's, this one's bad or this one is. It's that, like, you have such a, widespread of characteristics that there's really something for everyone.
Yeah, I agree. This is definitely an honorable mention for me. And I believe, if I don't know if I'm wrong or not, I think this is like the first movie I can ever remember watching.
Nice.
And I have a Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal somewhere that I've had since childhood, and I haven't let that go. And yeah, Winnie the Pooh has always had a near and dear place in my heart, and I felt like been my companion through life. And I wish they've cut. I feel like they haven't done enough stuff as of the past like decade with Winnie the
Agreed.
Pooh, and it kind of makes me sad. I will say there hasn't really been an iteration besides the horror film that I have not liked. Like I love the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I also grew up with that. And
gotta get up.
Gotta get going.
That's top tier theme song.
Yeah. Just and I will say from this movie, my sister thinks I'm weird for loving this song, but I love Heffalumps and Woozles.
Excuse me, Noah's sister. That is a great song.
It is a great song.
It's just I love the vocal range too, because you get a little bit of
they're up, they're down,
they're down. They're far, they're near, they're gone, they're here. Beware.
Beware. Oh.
Yeah, love Winnie the Pooh. Just love it. Okay,
I am holding my tongue.
Okay, all right. I will share my number 3 then.
Yes.
This is another Disney classic. I will say this might be controversial for some people. I originally did not like this movie as a kid. I thought it was a little creepy and thought it was weird. But then my cousin was like, "No, you should watch it again. It's hilarious. It has good music and it's funny." And that is Sword in the Stone.
Yes.
I love this movie, and I've been watching it not on and off for the past year. And there's a few things I do not like about this movie. It's just the music is wonderful. Look at this from Extraterritorium. Archimedes.
Amazing. This one didn't make my list, but it was so hard it almost did, because I also adore this movie.
Yeah, I love
when we play Villainous, I always want to be Mad Madam Mim. Yeah.
So she was the reason I did not like this movie as a kid.
Ooh.
I personally thought she was very creepy and kind of creeped me out as a child. But now that I'm older, it doesn't really bother me. And yeah, I just love the music.
Yes.
Love the animation. I personally, that opening scene always gets me.
Yes.
There once was a lamb. Or it was like, yeah, it's just that. I
am surprised that To and Fro hasn't had more staying power in the Disney world, because the lyrics are so like good and like very Disney-esque. So I'm very surprised that one hasn't like stuck around.
Yeah,
I might do a cover of that one because I love it so much.
It's good. It's just it's a wonderful story, and maybe it's because I think people cherish the story of King Arthur, and I don't know. I think it is a good like before story, and honestly, I think it's one of the best interpretations of King Arthur, because I honestly haven't really seen a good one yet, except Merlin is not terrible. It's an okay show, but yeah, I love Sword of the Stone, and my cousin and I quote this movie every other week. Archimedes, I'll turn you into a human.
No, nope. Berliner!
Blast me to Bermuda.
I love that movie. So good.
But yeah, I will say it does bother me. They change Arthur's voice actor like 3
times. Yes.
And the pitch of his voice annoys me.
Oh, Sir Actor! Whoa!
We go from high, we go to low, we go back to high again.
Yikes!
Oh boy! Quiet, what? All right.
Love it.
Okay. I believe we're on to you, Miss Hannah.
Yes, number 3.
Number 2, right? Oh, yeah,
Oh,
number
no,
3.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Number 3.
My number 3 is Hercules. Hercules is my favorite of the Disney Renaissance. I'm not saying it's the perfect one. I think I just love it, and that's why it's so high up on my list. It's just I just have a special place in my heart for it. I think the music is perfect. I think that the story keeps me really engaged. It's always the one that I wanted to go back and watch time and time again. I always put it on when it was on TV. I always watch the VHS, and it's one that I will always play the music to. I love Hercules. Honestly, want to see more of Hercules in the Disney parks, but it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I if you want to hear more of my thoughts, they're on the Godfellas episode. But yeah, Hercules is for sure my number 3.
Yeah, I understand. I don't think the music is appreciated enough from Hercules, and I love James Wood, especially when he comes out right in the beginning. It's like, Hades, how's the underworld? It's like, well, dark, gloomy, and hey, full of dead people. What you gonna do? But yeah, okay. Zach, you're number 2.
My number 2. This is the greatest movie that Disney has ever made. I don't think they could make a better movie than this. But it's still my number 2. This, I would say, is an absolutely perfect Disney film. And it's Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
The score, the songs, the characters, all of it really works for me. Hannah and I, we actually just rewatched it the other day because I was inspired. Glenn Keane, the guy who animated The Beast, is a really, really beautiful story about when he was doing the transformation of the Beast. He was inspired by the Bible verse, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old is gone, the new is here. And that was his inspiration behind the Beast. And like, you look at the animation, you look at these scenes, and it's really powerful and it's really moving. And this one, I would say, doesn't give in to as many of the tropes as you think it does. Like, there is the goofy villain sidekick, but there's not really the, goofy hero sidekick, I noticed on this rewatch, because the people in the castle have enough of their own agency to be their own characters. And also, you have LeFou, who is perfect. And, I mean, Gaston he is one who you watch, you're like, oh, he's so funny. Like, he's kind of a jerk, but he's really, really funny. And then when I was younger, I used to think it's kind of a flaw that, he becomes so prejudiced against the Beast for no reason and everyone believes him. Yeah. And then I grew up and I'm like, oh, that happens all the time. Yeah. Like Disney prepared me for this. So, I mean, from the songs to in this one too, the shots, like the shot of them dancing with the sweeping camera. Yeah. This is beautiful. I despise the live action remake. That is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. I hate that movie. Yes. Yeah. And this Beauty and the Beast is like an all-time classic. Not even just for Disney or animation, but in cinematic history, this is one of the best. Yes. So Zach, you want to know something funny? Yes. This is the second episode that you and I have done together that we have both had the same number 2. Yes. Nice. Beauty and the Beast is also my number 2. I have loved this movie since childhood, and I just watched this movie again a couple weeks ago. But I watched the Blu-ray 25th anniversary edition. Oh my goodness, the animation and the special edition. It's unreal. Just I felt like I was watching the movie for the first time again. Yeah. And it was just the emotion. And the thing is, I think, there's a reason why this was I think if I did my research correctly, this was the first animated movie to be nominated Best Picture for the Oscars. And I almost wish it would have won, because I know other people tried to go for best picture with their animated films. I don't really think it's going to happen again. I mean, it might happen with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but I doubt it. I would love that.
Oh, but yeah, I just
It lost to Silence of the Lambs. I would have given it to.
Yeah.
What was it? I'm trying to see what it was up against.
You heard it here first.
Huh?
You heard it here first.
I mean, yeah, I would have definitely given it to Beauty and the Beast over Bugsy, JFK, and the Prince of Tides. And I like Silence of the Lambs. I think Beauty and the Beast is better.
Out of all those movies, I've only heard of Silence and the Lambs and Beauty is the Beast. But no, I love all the songs in this musical. The live action, I don't like it really at all. There's with on one exception. I like Evermore. I do.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. I think the song is fine. I hate it in the context of the movie.
Yeah.
The minute Beast started singing, my buddy and I just involuntarily started laughing.
Yeah.
Like the minute he started I was like,
I did find it interesting that he actually got a song. I mean, I know he does have a few songs, I think, in the Broadway musical.
Yes, and they're great.
They are great.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally like the song. Then again, when I listen to the song, I don't even think I can't watch this movie all the way through. I can't even get to that part with the song. But
yeah, it's when Belle leaves him, and it's like, you used a roar in the animated movie, which was perfect. Now we get like a 12-minute song. Like, come on.
And when he's dying, it's sad to say this, you don't really care.
So we compared the transformation scenes the other day. Because I was curious, because I was thinking about Glenn Keane's story about how this was such a moment for him. I'm like, how do they handle it in the live action one? And the Beast is looking at the Enchantress as he's dying, kind of as like, did you hear that? She said she loves me. So, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I had to go and take a walk. I was so upset.
It's one of the best moments in the animated film, and they tarnish it so much in the live action. I will say, with the anniversary edition of the animated one, Human Again is not my favorite, but I will say it's an interesting take. And
agreed.
I don't hate it.
No,
the song really works in the stage show,
it does.
I believe. But in the movie,
it seems like a great ensemble moment for the cast. But the animation, Hannah, you made a good point. It does look like brooms sweeping, which it's a hard scene to. That's probably why they cut it. But yeah.
And I'll say I could almost sing. I think I do sing like at least one or two of these songs like a week. Like I love Beauty and the Beast. That's just that song is just wonderful, especially when Angela Lansbury sings it. Rest in peace. It's just. I don't know. I love her in this movie. I also love her in wow, this could be dark twist. Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Can
I say one more thing about this?
Go
movie?
ahead.
This I don't even know why. Every time the Beast saves Belle from the wolves, it makes me cry.
Yeah.
Every single time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it does, and I think that's really a testament to the movie, because I know it's coming every time.
Yeah.
Because it's a great shot, but it makes me cry actual tears every single time, and that's a testament to how good this movie is.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I love well, I don't know why I like the villain, really like a lot of the villain songs, especially I love Kill the Beast. What I remember in my freshman year of college, a girl saw that I was listening to this, and I was like, "Why are you listening to one of the darkest Disney songs there are?" Just like I think it's it's interesting. It's like through the mist, through the woods, through the darkness and the shadows. It's a nightmare, but it's one exciting ride. Say a prayer, then when there's a drawbridge of a castle, and there's something truly terrible inside. It's a beast.
For your sharp ones.
Yeah, it's really one of my favorite villain songs, along with another hot take, Savages. But we're not I get judged for liking that song. I mean, I know the lyrics are bad, but like when you have like when it's like the music,
counter melodies are pretty cool.
Yeah, I think are very interesting, despite the terrible lyrics and how bad the song is. But
yeah.
But Hannah, you've been patiently waiting. You can share your number 2.
My number 2 is my favorite Disney princess movie,
and
that is Tangled.
Okay.
I love Tangled. I think Tangled is a fun princess movie. It's not really like any of the other ones. And the first like CGI animated rather than hand drawn, right? Is that right? Is that correct?
Yes.
I think so.
That's a Disney princess, yes.
Yeah.
Because they had like Chicken Little and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
That's a Disney princess, right.
Never speak of that movie ever again.
That. Yeah. Keep Zach Braff away from Disney. Yes.
Yeah, I love Tangled. I love the story. I think I love how different it is for Alan Menken music. And I think it complements the style of the movie. I love Rapunzel. I love Flynn Rider.
Yeah.
Pascal. I think having both Pascal and Maximus, like I think having the two animals work so well together. Like I think it really works. And I think Mother Gothel's songs are fire.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They're phenomenal. The reprises in this soundtrack especially are like so good. And she's such a fun villain. There's so much I could say. I absolutely love this movie, and it'll always be a favorite of mine.
The movie, I can't say I don't like it. It's just I don't. Maybe it's just some I'm not really into. I'm not a huge Disney princess fan, but I will say I love the music.
Yeah,
I've got a dream.
He's got a dream.
Yeah, that's definitely in my Disney rotation. And I remember so I'm a youth group leader, and I was with some fellow youth group leaders. All the kids had left, and one of the female leaders didn't think that my friends and I knew the lyrics to the song, and we just we started playing it and we sang it, and we were going up and down and dancing and just awesome. love that song. Zachary Levi does such a good job as Flynn Rider. Yeah, personally, this is definitely a hot take. I prefer him in this more than Shazam. Again,
I love him in both.
Again, I've never really seen Shazam. I need to watch it.
I love Shazam.
I will say, At Last I See the Light will always tug the heartstrings.
Absolutely.
I think that's one of the best love songs in Disney history.
Agreed.
And it's just, I'm honestly surprised I will say Tangled is a good movie. I'm surprised they haven't done a sequel, but I know they have done an animated series. So maybe that was the plan from the beginning. And I've seen bits and pieces of the animated series, but I need to sit down and watch it all the way through because I think the story is interesting, even though I think it's a tad complex. It's a interesting story.
I personally think this movie is terrible. So I'm kidding. I really like this one. I think one of my favorite things is the floating lanterns. I think that tie-in, it looks great, and the tie-in is really beautiful. I not on my list, but because I think I saw this one a little too late in life. I saw it for the first time when my niece was born. And I think I saw the whole thing for the first time when Hannah and I were married. So it's one I haven't spent a lot of time with, but I do really enjoy it.
Yeah, I will say, I just realized this is a movie that actually I don't think it does not have a song that I do not like.
Yeah.
They're all catchy. You like them all on some level. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's why, because they're all on their own different level, and they fit with the moment very well.
I agree
too.
Okay, so we're down.
You should do your number one, I think, first.
You think I should do my number one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna share some.
Shared number two. So yeah.
I'm gonna blow through some honorable mentions really quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jungle Book, Already said that. Frozen 2. Already said that. I don't
Apparently,
know.
a Goofy movie is not a Disney animation movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I read. That would have been on my list, but when I read that, I was like, I don't want your audience
So
to come for me.
Wait, what is it if it's not? I would consider that a Disney animated film.
So it's technically, I think, like Disney cartoon made it, or something, rather than Disney
Like
animation.
Disney Channel?
I think that even though it got a theatrical release, I think it's like different people who
That's
made it. So it's
weird.
technically not in the canon, but that would have been on this list.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I almost thought about including some of like I wouldn't say these are favorites. I would like Mickey Mouse and the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
And one movie, I wouldn't say this is a favorite, or I only think I watched it once. It was like The Prince and the Pauper.
Oh yeah.
That was good. Treasure Planet's definitely an honorable mention. Atlantis, despite it's a really surprisingly dark film, but it's also, I think, a really good film, and I appreciate it a whole lot more.
That's what I actually think a live action remake would.
Yeah, that would be
potential there.
Yeah, that would be really good. Last honorable mention. I don't know if I could really say this, if this would be even on my top 20, but I will say I admit that this movie is really good. Encanto.
Yeah.
I like the story,
sure.
Even though it's. I feel like this is definitely a hot take. I think it's similar to Shrek, at least with like themes. If you think about it, except like instead of being all alone and having no one, you have a family where you don't quite fit in, which I can relate to a little bit. And I like a lot of the music. I mean, especially like my sister didn't give me a choice on whether I like the music or not. I will say, We Don't Talk About Bruno is Zach, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. It's a good song. I especially love all the melodies and just harmonies and everything in that song. But for my number one, no one should be surprised because I think I've talked about this movie a couple of times on this podcast and with a few other people. This movie, I have currently, I think, 5 VHS tapes to this day of this movie because I watched this movie on the first VHS I had so many times that the VHS tape blew up. And I think this is like one of the best movies ever made. It's 101 Dalmatians.
I thought you were going to say Black Cauldron for a second.
No. Interesting story, executed poorly. Shoved 7 books into one film.
Agreed.
But no.
Yeah. No, talking about Dalmatians, though.
Yeah,
101 Dalmatians. I love this movie. I don't really care to watch like any iteration. I might watch Cruella, but I think why I'm hesitant is because I love this movie so much. It's a movie I've watched like thousands of times, and it never gets old.
I can sing the opening score to that movie, which has no it's just jazz melody, but I know it so well. Yeah,
the jazz music is wonderful. So with older Disney movies, it does get annoying sometimes with that like long drawn out like opening credit scene.
Yeah, I love it.
But for 101 Dalmatians, I'm the most intrigued, especially with all the sheet music and all the Dalmatians.
Yeah,
and I've always loved dogs, and like I love a good dog story, and also Cruella de Vil. That song, it's not. I don't know. In my opinion, the song is not appreciated enough, and I will anytime I do. Not too many places have VHS tapes anymore, but if I do see a copy of 101 Dalmatians, I'm usually tempted to get it because I don't think you can have enough copies of this movie. It's heartwarming. It's funny. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It will move you, Bob.
My first drawing ever was Horace from 101 Dalmatians. Like my parents still have it, but yeah.
Jasper, I've been thinking. You've been thinking.
Now, horse, I warned you about thinking. Oh, it's so good.
I love the Colonel.
Yes.
$2, one yip and a wolf. That's 2 yips,
Yeah. Yeah, I love the movie too. I would say this one, the only place where it kind of loses me personally is that scene in between when they all pretend to be Labradors and the scene earlier where they're hiding out in the farm. I think kind of the stuff in the middle is a little clunky for me, but it's so short in retrospect that I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Fire movie. Amazing.
Yeah. It was hard for me not to put this on my list. Yeah. And I think the only reason I did was because I just need to see it more. Yeah. But I absolutely love this. I've been on a real, I was even telling Zach earlier today, I've been on a real 101 Dalmatians kick. I've been thinking about it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Love Roger and Anita.
Yeah. I love this movie. And I think I appreciate it more as an adult, especially with the animation.
Yes.
And the detail. Yeah. I've watched other Disney classics, and I don't think the detail really compares to how much is in this movie. Because, especially with how detailed London is, and all the background scenes are so great. Yeah, I love this movie. I might actually watch it tonight. Who knows? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, Zachary, what is your number one?
So my number one might be surprising. It doesn't get talked about that much, and I do understand why. I think this is a movie that you probably watched a lot during music class, but earlier, like I said, my favorite movies are the ones that make me think, and the movies that make me, utilize every facet of my brain. And no movie does that better than Home on the Range. Home on the Range is, I'm totally joking. It's not Home on the
Range. You got me for a second. I was like, okay, not my favorite, but
no, I think that movie's horrible. No, my favorite is Fantasia.
Yeah,
Fantasia is one where every time I watch it, it's a big deal. Yeah. It's we're turning off the lights, I'm turning up the sound and just getting immersed in this world. And there isn't really too much to say about it because it is just so engaging for the mind. But the ending, Night on Bald Mountain and Ave Maria, I think one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my entire life. And this is one, I don't hate Fantasia 2000.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as good, but it's still cool. And this is one where, animation has come so far. We have CG. We have so many new types where this is one I think, I'm surprised that Disney Plus hasn't done a third Fantasia.
Yeah.
And, even utilizing different types of score, because it's always been, classical music. But you think about, the stuff Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross do and stuff like that. I think it'd be such a cool movie if you had, different types of composers compose something where there's going to be animation over it. And I just think that'd be so cool. And I love to watch this movie. I love talking about it with people. I love the mini golf course at Disney World. I adore this movie.
Yeah.
It's I feel I need to watch this. I don't know if I've watched. I think I have. I do think there should be a more recent Fantasia, even though I feel like today people don't really care for the quality of music too much anymore. I wasn't surprised for you to make this the number one. Well, we already had the conversation. You posted some on Instagram, and I was like, okay, it was my favorite animated movie. You did the picture. I was like, that looks like either Pocahontas or Fantasia. I don't think it's Pocahontas. I was like, what's your favorite animated movie? Because I'm just a little confused. And then you said Fantasia. I'm like, okay, I can respect that.
Yeah, it's great. That's all I've got.
Yeah. And what's your number one?
My number one is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Buckle up, audience.
Buckle up.
Or Saddle up your horses. Wow, that was really out of tune. I'm sorry.
That's
that
right.
Was off key. Ugh.
Winnie the Pooh has defined a world, a generation. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But in real life, actually, I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
Think of what media would be like if Disney had not done Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we have the stories. The A.A. Milne books are stunning and beautiful, but we see Winnie the Pooh all throughout merchandise, commercial products. I mean, it's marketed in all sorts of like kids and babies, right? Like Winnie the Pooh is always associated with like baby products. It's had a huge cultural impact. And also, have you really ever met someone who hasn't seen Winnie the Pooh or hasn't liked Winnie the Pooh in some way, shape, or form? I don't think I have. Everyone has a favorite member of the 100 Acre Wood.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen the show or the movies, and this first movie is so pure and heartwarming and wholesome, and it's just fun. Like, what I love about it is it's just little stories, and it's fun, and it makes you smile, and you just love Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
If you're me. I can't even remember the first time I watched Winnie the Pooh. I pretty sure I had my crib had like Winnie the Pooh sheets. Like, I remember my mom having a Winnie the Pooh bathrobe. I remember having the books, and anytime I was feeling sick or sad, even into like adulthood, I would put on like a VHS of one of the movies, stick it in, watch it, and it just makes you feel so much better. Winnie the Pooh is forever my favorite Disney character.
Yeah.
I love Pooh Bear. He's meant so much to me, and I think also like it's meant so much to the world without the world really ever knowing it. And that's why the horror film is a disgrace, because you're ruining something beautiful that people love.
Yeah, no, for real.
I hate it so much. But I think whether or not we realize it, like, this is a form of art that has really like become like a defined thing for us. That's just my opinion though.
Can I tell a story really quick about Winnie the Pooh? So Hannah and I, when we were working through all the Disney movies and we got to Winnie the Pooh, we were actually at my parents' house. And Hannah, this is when we were like still dating, and it was kind of early yet, but Hannah was really like, okay, like we're going to go all out for this one. We're going to make this like a really special time. So the movie's wrapping up, and my mom kind of like walks into the room that we're in, and the movie finishes, and my mom goes, Winnie the Pooh, never one of my favorites. She was like, I always just thought it was like, I don't know, there wasn't enough going on for me, and I didn't really care for it that much. And then Hannah just goes, she was like, it's my favorite movie. And my mom goes, Zach, can I see you in the kitchen for a second? She's like, why didn't you tell me? Why did you let me go on that whole thing without telling me? But no, yeah, I mean, being married to Hannah has made me love Winnie the Pooh even more.
Yeah.
Well, because everyone has someone they either, like everyone loves Eeyore, or everyone loves Tigger, or everyone loves Piglet. How many times do we all sing, I am short, fat, and proud of that when I'm in the mood?
That is another song in my Disney rotation.
Yeah.
It's good.
We love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done. I won't go on.
No.
Because then this would be like a 10-hour podcast, but I won't go on.
Well, in conclusion, folks, you can tell we're all huge Disney fans. We love Disney. It's just part of who we are. I forgot what I was going to say. I will say, go follow Hannah and Zach on Godfellas. They are my favorite podcasters. They give so amazing perspective on all different types of Christian media, and I find their perspective very enlightening. And also go listen to their music, or go book them for the Honey Initiative, and go follow them on Instagram. They're very talented people. And I know Zach and his friends are not uploading on this podcast anymore, but go listen to Is It Really?
Oh yeah.
Because Zach, ever since we had our discussion about Last Jedi. You've actually ignited my love for the movie. And I listened to your last Star Wars episode several times because you guys give several points and interesting perspectives. I will leave all those links in the description. Is there anything else you guys would like to say before we sign off?
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna say something here, okay? Other guests on the show, you need to be nicer to Noah, okay? Okay? I'm gonna say that you need to be nicer to Noah. All right? I don't know. I know you're probably kidding around. Noah is awesome. He's super kind. He's super nice. He's a great person. Y'all need to stop messing with him. Y'all need to stop dragging him and saying mean things as jokes because he's awesome, okay? Y'all need to be nicer to Noah. You need to be sharing his podcasts. Like, honestly, support your boy here.
Yeah. You know what's cool? Kindness.
Exactly. That's my plug.
I'm not gonna cry. Thank you for listening to Two Sides of the Same Coin. I will leave all of my links in the description. I am so tired. I feel like saying all of them right now. Give us a follow on whatever listening app you use. I just updated the list, so I think we're on like 6 platforms right now.
Nice.
And yeah, thank you for listening. And second half, you ate my enchilada.
Oh no.
All right, farewell.